We recently reviewed the flagship Intel Core i9-12900K and we were more than satisfied with its performance as it takes the top spot as the best CPU for gaming by a considerable margin thanks to Intel's engineering and innovation. But does this mean that the rest of the 12th Gen lineup can deliver the same level of satisfaction with regards to price to performance? Hi guys, Dancer here, back with another video, and this time we're taking a look at the Intel Core i7-12700K processor. Before we dive into the processor itself, let's take a refresher course at the Alderlake Architecture. The Alderlake Architecture is dubbed by many as a hybrid architecture as it revolutionizes how processors are made moving forward with the debut of P&E cores to deliver a balanced single-thread and multi-thread real-world performance. Alongside the Alderlake architecture is the new Intel Thread Director, DDR5 memory, and PCIe Gen 5. Going back to the hybrid architecture, the P&E cores are the two types of CPU cores that you can find in Alderlake processors. Performance cores or P cores handle the demanding or foreground tasks like running games and rendering, while the efficient cores or E cores take up light tasks, mostly background tasks like Windows Update or a virus scan. In a nutshell, P cores are optimized for single-threaded tasks that require low latency, while E cores are optimized for efficiency with lower power, lower voltage, multi-threaded performance. Still don't get it? Well, let's take streaming games as an example. The game which requires a lot of CPU resources will run on the P cores, while the streaming applications, say XSplit or other background apps like Discord, will run on the E cores. The delegation of these tasks to the proper cores allows you to fully maximize the performance of the latest Intel 12th Gen core processors. So, how does a processor know which one should run on P or E cores? Well, Intel's Thread Director detects the kind of workload and tells your OS which cores are best suited for the task. The Intel Thread Director monitors and analyzes these in real time to seamlessly provide maximum performance and power efficiency. The Intel Core i7-12700K is a 12-core processor with 8 P cores and 4 E cores for a total of 20 threads. It's very close to the specs of the flagship Core i9-12900K, albeit with 4 less E cores. Additionally, having less cores translates to a much lower turbo power of 190 watts compared to the 12900K's 241 watt rating. It has a base clock of 3.6 GHz with turbo boost clocks up to 5 GHz. We're pairing the Core i7-12700K with a Z690 chipset motherboard, particularly the ROG Strix Z690E gaming motherboard, to maximize the processor's performance. Shown on screen is our test bench specs. All tests were done in the latest build of Windows 11 Pro, the latest BIOS version, and the latest drivers. Now, for our benchmarks. Feel free to press pause if needed. As you can see, the Intel Core i7-12700K can keep up with the flagship CPUs from Team Red and Intel's very own Core i9-12900K. There are instances where the 12700K performs closely with the flagship i9 due to the benchmark or game not really requiring that much cores, and that the 12700K has much more cooling headroom as it has lesser cores. Going into our temps and power draw, the Intel Core i7-12700K is an efficient CPU with only a max power draw of 170 watts recorded in our testing and a max temp of 79 degrees Celsius. That's 10 degrees cooler than both flagship processors. So, all in all, The Intel Core i7-12700K is a competitively priced CPU that offers flagship-level performance at a slightly discounted price. The Intel Core i7-12700K is basically a last-gen flagship CPU performance-wise, albeit with the latest features such as DDR5 and PCIe Gen 5 in a much more power-efficient package. So, should you get the Intel Core i7-12700K? Well, if you don't need the all-out maximum performance of the 12900K but need something that offers the same level of performance and productivity without having to spend most of your budget, then the Core i7-12700K is a wiser choice thanks to the combination of new features such as hybrid core architecture, 10nm fabrication, Intel Thread Director, not to mention the bandwidth improvements with Wi-Fi 6, DDR5, and PCIe Gen 5. So, that's it for this video. If you want to learn more about the Intel Core i7-12700K and the Intel 12th Gen lineup, check out Intel's Facebook page. If you're interested in getting the 12700K, check out the list of Intel authorized retailers pinned in the comment section down below. See you next time. Peace.